Hi, fifth graders, it's Mrs. Clark. Today we're going to start our next unit, which is Unit 3, Whole Number Computation. Our lessons for this unit will include the order of operations, estimation, multiplication including the distributive property, division including interpreting remainders, and multi-step practical problems. Before we get started on our first lesson, I want to make sure that you're ready, you have your notes, and I have your full attention. So if you're all set, let's get started. By the end of today's lesson, you are going to know how to use the order of operations to evaluate expressions involving whole numbers. This will include parentheses, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So what is the order of operations? The order of operations are a set of rules that state the sequence or order in which the multiple operations in an expression should be solved. It's basically step-by-step directions on how to solve an expression or an equation. So what's the difference between an expression and an equation? An equation includes the equal sign. You can see the example there in blue, 2 plus 3 equals 5. That's an equation because it includes an equal sign. An expression is the part of the equation without the equal sign. So the 2 plus 3 portion of this equation would be called the expression. So when we're solving order of operations, we remember the order by using the word PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, where each letter in our expression stands for a mathematical operation. P for parentheses, E for exponents, M multiplication, D division, A addition, S subtraction. You can also use a mnemonic device to help you remember the order. A common one for order of operations is "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," where each letter of the beginning of those words stands for one of the operations in the order of operations. What do each of these tasks mean? What are parentheses? We use them in reading, so let's use them in math. They take precedence over everything. Whenever you see parentheses in a math equation or expression, you solve what's inside the parentheses first, no matter what. Then we go to multiplication and division. Move from left to right, just like we would read a book, left to right, and solve the multiplication and division as they appear in order. And then finally, addition and subtraction. Again, moving from left to right, solve the subtraction and addition as they appear in order, moving from left to right. We're not going to focus this year on exponents. That will be a skill that you focus on next year in 6th grade. So let's solve a couple together to get some practice. So I have an expression on the board, 4 divided by 1 plus 2. First, I want to ask myself, do I have any parentheses? I don't see any, so I'm going to move on to multiplication and division. Do I see any multiplication and division in this expression? I do. I see 4 divided by 1. So I'm going to solve that first, which is going to be 4. Hopefully you're yelling 4. 4. And then I'm going to make sure I include the portion of my expression that I haven't used yet, which is that plus 2. So now I'm left with the expression 4 plus 2. And I know that involves addition, so I'm just going to go ahead and solve it. So my answer for this expression is 6. Let's try another one. Again, ask yourself, do I have any parentheses? I don't see any. Do I have any multiplication and division? I do. 4 times 4. I know 4 times 4 is 16, so I'm going to solve that portion and bring down the plus 3 that I haven't used yet. And then I'm going to ask myself what's left. Addition and subtraction. Go ahead and solve and get an answer of 19. Let's do another one. 3 times 3 plus 1. Now, I see parentheses. Did you see them? So 3 plus 1 is 4. I'm going to make sure that I bring down my 4 and the 3 times that I haven't used yet and rewrite those on the next line to continue my expression. Now I ask myself, multiplication and division? Yep. Solve. 3 times 4 is 12. I didn't have any addition or subtraction left over, so my answer for this expression is going to be 12. Let's do one more together. This one includes a double set of parentheses. So I still want to solve each of the parentheses first and then bring down my answers to the next line. So I'm going to solve 9 times 6 and bring my answer down, and solve 7 plus 9 and bring my answer down. In addition to those answers, I want to bring down that addition sign in the middle that I haven't used yet. So my next line is going to look like 54 plus 16, because 9 times 6 is 54. 7 plus 9 is 16. And now I need to add those two numbers together because I don't see any multiplication and division left to solve. So I'm going to address my addition, and I'm going to solve it with the answer of 70. Well, that's it for today's lesson. Today we looked at PEMDAS and how to solve orders of operation in order using the mnemonic device. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS, to help you remember it. Make sure you go back and you rewatch any of the sections of this video that you might need again. You can pause, rewind, fast forward to slow down and practice order of operations a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.